If you want to win some free PSN or Xbox gift cards, all you gotta do is be subscribed to my channel, drop a like on this video, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing and talking about the Kuda SMG, which is an absolutely amazing submachine gun in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. I'd really appreciate if we could smash up 2,000 likes. That would mean the absolute world to me. If you guys can all drop a like on this video, we can easily smash 2,000 likes and that would be insane. Of course, throw up those heavy ones, smash that like button until your damn phone breaks, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Let's get into this and let's talk about the Kuda SMG. This is an SMG that I absolutely love. This gameplay you're going to be watching is around, I think, 87 or 90 kills non-lethal, which means all the kills were with my gun or with my specialist, because you can see the kill streaks that I'm running here. UAV, counter UAV, as well as the hater. Those don't get you any kills. Well, inadvertently they get you assists, which help you get more gun kills and grenade kills and specialist kills, but they don't actually get you kill streak kills. So that's how those work, and that's what the non-lethal setup is. Let's talk about the Kuda, guys. The Kuda is an absolutely amazing gun, and the fact that it's so strong at mid-range is what I'm noticing lately, and what I was really, driving me to this gun. The fact is, it may not be better than the VMP and XMC at close range, but at medium range, I think this Kuda might be even better. This thing is awesome. It has no recoil even without grip, but the way I designed the class setup is more to build up every sort of thing. So let's talk about the Kuda a little bit. Your starting ammunition, you're going to have 30 bullets, which is pretty normal. Of course, the Weevil will start with 50, the VMP will start with 40. That puts you at a little bit of a disadvantage there, but still 30 bullets is plenty with this thing. It doesn't have the fastest fire rate, and you can see in this gameplay a bunch of the times I get 2 kills and then I'm able to reload a bunch of times. Now, you're going to start with 30 bullets and then 90 in the stock. Of course, if you have scavenger, you're just going to be picking up more and more and more. That shouldn't be a problem. With extended mags on this gun, you do get 42 bullets, so that's usually how it scales. Back in the old CODs, it was like if you had 30, you get 45, but nowadays they've nerfed extended mags for these last few CODs, so you get 42. I think extended mags is good on this gun. It's just not really required. As far as the reload times, it says here it's 1.8 seconds if your gun still has some bullets in it, 2.3 seconds for an empty, like if you unload all the bullets, and with fast mags only 1.2 seconds. So it's a very, very fast reload, and that's why I like it. I think it says here on this site, on the wiki, it's a 1.2 second reload. However, I think it's probably even faster. Like, it's pretty much instant with fast mags, and it's absolutely awesome. You can see here it has 722 rounds per minute is how fast it shoots, so pretty fast, as well as 769 with rapid fire. And that's the thing about rapid fire, is back in older Call of Duties, the increase was like 10-15%. In these more recent Call of Duties, especially on SMGs, rapid fire doesn't seem to do much. It'll increase your gun about 6 to 10% on the fire rate, which can be helpful. However, I find running other perks and running other attachments is just worth more of that, and that's the sort of thing I'm going to talk about. Let's talk about the attachments I run with this thing. This gun does not need grip. However, I choose to use grip. And the reasoning behind that is because it has little to no recoil, but having that grip, like I said, this SMG does excel at a medium range or a bit of longer range. Of course, you could run long barrel there, but I find having that grip and ensuring that, because with no grip, it's pretty much a no recoil, but it'll have a tiny bit of bounce, like most guns that will have pretty much no recoil. The XMC, the VMP actually has a little more recoil, but you know what I mean, it's got that little bounce. With grip, there's pretty much no bounce, and you're pretty much shooting a laser gun, and that's why I choose to run grip. Because, like I said, rapid fire doesn't help you out that much. Extended mags is not necessary, and that's just why I choose to run that. As far as the other attachments I run with this one, fast mags is definitely going to be one. I want to get that fast reload in, because especially when I'm getting double kills, you want to be able to reload, and this gun probably can only take out, if your accuracy is on point, probably 3 to 4 people, but in reality, and because SMGs are made to spray, you're taking out like 2 people at a time and then reloading, and fast mags definitely saves my ass so many many times this gameplay. I'm glad I have that one on. My third attachment, pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be the quick draw. I run it on every single SMG. I think it's something that will win you gunfights. It's Call of Duty. It's all about who shoots first and all that sort of stuff. I talked about this every single day. That's why I choose to run quick draw, and pretty self-explanatory there. With the perk setup on this gun, I use the traditional COD perk setup, and what that means is I don't use anything that will sort of help me to excel. I use the stuff that is needed, and that's what's needed for this class setup, and that's sort of how classes are made. Either you pick stuff that's going to help you excel. Sixth Sense, Ghost, Afterburner, those things are going to help you get to that next level. However, they're not needed on a class setup. The things that I found that are needed, and back to the basics, I guess you could call this class setup, Flak Jacket as my first perk comes in very handy. Second perks, Scavenger, Fast Hands, all the way back to the basics, boys. This is probably like the most basic class setup, especially for the perks, and then how I do the attachments is a little bit different from how other people do the Kuda, but as well Fast Hands, as well as Scavenger. Third one is going to be Tac Mask, and that's essentially how I end up doing the whole perk and attachment setup for this gun. There's a lot of leeway with this thing because of how strong it is as a weapon, and I think that it does have a potential to excel and to be the best SMG in this game. Of course, every gun is made for different scenarios. I think where the Kuda can really outstand is much like the Razorback at a longer range. Back in the day, the gun that we used for longer range out of SMGs would of course be the Pharaoh, because that's the burst one. Burst guns are traditionally used for a longer range. I mean, except for maybe like the Chickum from BO3 or BO2 and the burst pistols from this game, like the RK5, that's made for close range, but that's sort of different. It's a secondary, it's a pistol. The Pharaoh was made for long range. After the nerfs, SMGs do not do well at long range, and that's why I sort of started making these other class setups like the KN44, the HVK. Those two are the main ones, the Peacekeeper as well, which are sort of, I call those ones my Russian assault rifle classes, because those ones are a little bit of hybrid classes, of course, and what I mean with those ones is they're more for rushing as in assault rifle, but we don't have that class that's made for sitting back a little bit more with an SMG, and that's kind of what I want to make this class setup for. Of course, long barrel would be another addition here, which you could possibly run there. I just find that the only thing that I would be willing to give up here is probably the grip. And speaking of the Kuda, I had in my video yesterday, I showed like the top 10 classes that I was rocking with right now, like the ones that are actually on my PS4 that I've been playing with recently. And for the Kuda class setup, the one that I had was a free-for-all class setup, which was a little bit different. Of course, in free-for-all, I had this class setup completely different. I had it with a dead silence, with awareness, with Sixth Sense, and that's because your class setup needs to alter to the game mode as well as the kill streaks. Those are the two things, the specialist as well. All those things need to alter for the game mode and the map, and I think that's something that I can talk about a little bit here because not many people do this as much as they should. For example, let's think about a map and think about what works well in it. We'll start off with an open map, Redwood or Infection. On those maps, you're going to want a specialist that can kill people. First of all, you're going to want probably an assault rifle because those are bigger maps. You're going to want a specialist that can kill people at ranges like a Tempest, a Scythe, a Combat Focus, of course, is pretty useful on every single map. And you're going to want kill streaks that work well out in the open because that's just how it goes. On a map like Aquarium, it's pretty much covered up in a dome. You're going to want to use an SMG 1000%. I 100% recommend SMG every single time on Aquarium. As far as your kill streaks, you're not going to want to use the ones that fly up in the air because everyone's going to be inside. You're going to want to use kill streaks such as the UAV, the Hater, maybe the Sentry Gun, the Cerberus, the Talon, ones that can get more up close and personal with them. And as far as a specialist, you might want to use a specialist ability such as the Camo, such as Psychosis or something like that. And that just shows you how your full setup should alter from map to map. And that's a question I get, and I find that a lot of people just simply say, you know, I give a good Kuda class, they just click Kuda class every single map. And that's why if you're trying this class up that I'm giving you today with the Kuda, which is such a good weapon, if you're trying that out on Infection or Redwood, you're probably going to say, yeah, this gun is not good at medium to long range, because medium to long range on those maps is actually extra long range on a map like Nuketown. And that's why I 100% suggest making your class setup, and maybe I'll make a more in-depth tip video on that, but your whole thing needs to be, and that's why I have 10 class setups on mine, and you'll see that not many of the class setups are the same, because if I'm playing Nuketown, alright, I'll pick an SMG and I'll rush, or Nuketown you can pretty much do anything on, because it's a really well-designed map, and really consistent spawn points. You can rush on that one, you can even snipe on that one, you can shotgun, you can knife only, you can do anything on that. But as far as other maps, you should be finding a strategy that works well for you on that map and that game mode as well. Of course, Search and Destroy, TDM, and Free-for-all are a big difference from Demolition, Safeguard, and Domination. So that's all sort of stuff to talk about a little bit more. I just sort of started rambling about that. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Kuda still is a monster, man. It's too good. It's freaking machine, guys. Drop a like on this thing. I'd really appreciate if you can get 2,000 likes. That would be absolutely amazing. If you guys made it to the end, smack that like button, guys. Throw up those heavy ones. Sub for a cookie and don't lookie. And that's about it, guys. I'm out. Peace.